Hello, music educators. Happy to be here. My name is Jennifer Antonetti, and I'm one of the co-owners of BatonSync with my husband. I'm also a full-time band director, so this past week was our first full week of school, and I just wanted to tell you about all the ways that I use BatonSync actually in my classroom, so that if you wanted to try doing the same things, you absolutely could. I use BatonSync in so many ways, and it really helps with the efficiency of my classroom. Right now, it's been a little bit of a challenging start to the school year, so making things as efficient and effective as possible is very, very important to me. So this week I have checked out over 50 different instruments from my inventory to my students. We brought in over 40 new students to our freshman class this year, and our program right now is right around 150 students. So in order to get these new students in BatonSync, it was really very fast, and I've been able to add new instruments to my inventory. We had 4 instruments donated, and then I was able to immediately add those to our inventory and then immediately check those out to students so that they can use them for marching band. And that's been going well because the instruments are in great working order. I also got my summer repair back from a couple vendors that we use here locally, and I received an itemized list of everything that was done for each instrument, so I'm able to go back and put in notes about each of those instruments to help maintain accurate records so that we can eventually work towards replacement. I'm also working on a project right now to get some new percussion instruments, and so being able to know that I'll be able to add them quickly and efficiently and effectively when they arrive, so I'll immediately be able to get those out onto the marching field as well, is very helpful. We've additionally been working on redoing our music library, and I was able to have one of my helpers enter a lot of data and reorganize the music library. And with BatonSync, everything is searchable, so that I can search for all of my jazz charts that are swing, or all of my rock charts or something like that. I have 2 jazz bands, so being able to select music for them based on their ability and style has been really helpful and important to me in having a great start to our first year, our first beginning of the year, our first few lessons in jazz. Beyond that, next week we're going to start with uniform checkouts, and I have a uniform manager who does a really great job, and they can help me with sizing students, and then I just use BatonSync to check out the uniform to each student. I know last year when we did this, we were able to check out approximately 150 uniforms in about the span of 3 hours of working after school, just a few days a week, and that was mostly just for kids having to try on the uniforms and change if they needed to, or things like that. So there have been a lot of ways that I can just use BatonSync right away at the beginning of the year. I do have my own instrument inventory at my school, and so I've been able to check out most of those instruments first. We also at our district have a district inventory. One thing that BatonSync is getting ready to do is have district level management for music and equipment and music library and everything else that you might want to manage. We're getting ready to release a entire district solution. So if you're in a district with several different schools and several different music teachers, but you find yourself in a position where you have to share equipment, that's completely normal. A lot of districts do that, and BatonSync wants to make it easier to be able to do that. So we're getting ready to do a release with some of those features in the very near future. Some of the things that I use it for now as well have to do with instrumentation and putting all of my students into ensembles, which is even more helpful when we get into concert season and I need to send a specific email or communication to just one certain ensemble. This is also a trip year for us, So we can use BatonSync to to track trip payments as we're planning our trip with our company and any fundraising that we do. There's a whole section of BatonSync related to accounts and funding and funds as a tracking system. We protect the schools and the students by not actually taking payments. That's one of the ways that we can keep BatonSync so affordable for our directors, is that credit card processing just costs a lot of extra money. So our financial portion is for tracking, and it's been very beneficial to a lot of directors who have used it, because sometimes they've had to keep their own records and then have conversations with their business offices. So it's nice to be able to have accurate records on your own as a director. A couple of other things that we've used BatonSync for, we have a very large and active drum line. So we check out equipment and we list some of our equipment as keys. And so when we change our locks on our equipment trailers, we have a few trusted students who we give keys to, who will arrive to rehearsals early and start setting up, because they're just great band kids, and band kids do that. And we want to reward them by letting them have a key. So we're checking out keys to them as well. There's other equipment that's checked out specifically to jazz band students, like amps for guitars and bass guitars and things like that. There's so many different ways to use BatonSync, and it just makes everything so much more efficient to be able to see it all in one place. I can just pull it up and it's on my phone in my pocket. I don't have to have my laptop with me or a tablet, but it works great on those as well. My uniform room is in a different location from my band room. My instrument storage areas are all over the place, so it's really nice to be able to have something that's portable and effective and efficient, and I can take with me, and it just honestly makes my job so much easier. So I just wanted to share a few ways that I'm using BatonSync in my own classroom, and if you have any questions or if you want to contact us, please reach out. We would be happy to help you. Advocacy and really getting the right tools in the right hands is something that's very important for me. Supporting music education, supporting young teachers who are just starting in the profession, or supporting teachers of how they can be more efficient is very important to our beliefs at BatonSync. My husband, he plays trombone, and I play saxophone in a community band and sometimes conduct. We're still active musicians, as well as trying to provide this software as a service to our friends in music education. So we would love to help you out as well. And if you have any questions, please visit our website at batonsync.com or send us an email, and our contacts are all listed on our website as well. You can also follow us on social media, on Instagram, Facebook at BatonSync, and we would love to get you started being more efficient and effective in your classroom so that you can have time to do all of the fun stuff on the weekends that are maybe not music and not band and not orchestra and not choir, but you can keep all of your job stuff in one place so you have more time for everything else in your life. So have a great start to your school year, and I'm so happy that you are in music education, and I'm so happy that we can support you. Have a great year. Bye.